So, um, point one. Uh, NVIDIA had, and not NVIDIA, OBS had this update, and I don't know if you noticed it or not, because I only upload on 5.5 megabytes. That's what my line can do. And the result has been quite stunning. You know, we when I went into the VOD to look what is up, the image is surprisingly clear. Like, sure, there are still a lot of blur moments, but they are not as devastating to the image. Neither are they of a long time span. They are quite quickly being dealt with, and suddenly the image is really clear again. The reason why this is extra stunning in the development is lighting and dust often causes a lot of that blur to happen, not just fast movement. Of course, with fast movement you can provoke a lot of blur happening, because it just eats bitrate like no tomorrow. But this update that happened to OBS with the, what was the AA1 or A1 tech, that previously we had in a prototype version of an ATI graphics card, but I don't remember it. As Tech Tips had a video on it and how unfinished that tech is, and but it would be something to look forward to in the future. And as it seems, the future is now, boys. Because that what got implemented into NVENC is really nice. On a different note though, my experience of Crysis 2 Remastered has not been nice. It has been quite lacking. In fact, even I'm hesitant to say repellent, but I'm hesitant to judge the game right now, for two reasons. Number one, the most potent one, is I was hella tired when I played it. Like, seriously fucking tired. So of course I'm gonna be more cynical and more judging of a product that is in front of me, especially if it is something like the Crysis series, which is really on my heart. But enough being nice. This series was once a trend-setting or a benchmarking product. But modern days has it that a lot of games have these high-end graphics. Also, I have ranted more than once about how games have bad coding, but we have machinery that can just brute force the workload the game started to demand because of bad coding. One of the best examples of bad coding is Warzone, Call of Duty Warzone, the first one, because that shit took up, I think, to 300 gigabytes in the end. I would have to double check that, or advise to double check that, because I'm too lazy. Like, the number where I'm extremely confident is 250 gigabytes at a minimum. And that is for a battle royale mode. That is, I want to say, not that huge, but it was quite a vast map with a lot of detail and stuff. But compared to its competitors like PUBG, I almost said Roblox, but I guess in a way, but then that would include Minecraft. But yeah, Rings of Elysium. Then we have PUBG Mobile, and I don't get the name of the last one I'm thinking of. Yeah, even Counter-Strike has a battle royale, and all of those, like, I think PUBG is even the heaviest with its 40 gigabytes. Wait, let me double check. That's actually, I have PUBG downloaded, so that is even the fastest to check. 33.8 gigs. It's currently. So, and then Warzone has this giant chunk of data that wants to get live processed, and thankfully we have these 10th generation Intel and Ryzen from AMD that can just absolutely fucking brute force that amount of data. Like, seriously, when Ryzen came onto the market, that was a jump in technology of the ages. And like, Intel had, I think, 2 years, even 3, of completely domination. Like, they could not do anything. They had to really sit down and rework their entire product. And as it came, it became a power struggle again, and currently Intel is even having the lead in the current next gen CPU. So good on them that they were able to pull them back into the game, themselves back into the game. But recently I also had the question to my nephew, since he is a new product chaser of like, what even makes a good PC? What does it based it? What would you say, like, how much gigahertz does the CPU need? What sort of RAM? Like, what is an acceptable performance that you say this is good? You know? And that was also a reason why I stopped streaming. Like, sure, I also said a lot of performance anxiety, which was mainly which was definitely the main reason. But I also like, what fed that performance anxiety was that I have a strong rig. Like, I have currently a Ryzen 5 5600X. I have 16 gigabytes 16 gigabytes RAM on 3200 megahertz, which I could overclock, but I'm not going to do it. I have a graphics card, a RTX 2070 Super and overclocked from Gainward, which I'm gonna modify the cooling next, because I wanna make that thing last very long, since it currently can do everything I want, which is really freaking nice. The CPU I have in this rig, there has been only one game that struggled to maintain 60 FPS, and that is Horizon Zero Dawn, and that is due to my stupidness of reducing the graphics setting of of far rendering objects. Like, I misread that graphics setting and interpreted it falsely and didn't put it down. And the moment I put that down, Horizon Zero Dawn was completely fine. But even under the heavy load of everything, 55 was the lowest. The lowest frame rate on that game. And that is a game not even optimized for PC. So I am not even judging it too hard for struggling with performance on PC. So, yeah. You have this intensely brute forcing generation of hardware. So of course, when Crysis Remastered came out, it could not make an impact like it did the first time it came out. You know, like back then, our graphics were so garbaggio that it was okay. Also, there was a lot of marketing to push can it run Crysis. But if a game in this modern day and age comes out and it cannot run above 60 FPS, bruh, with the tools that we have in our kits, man, there's no excuse. Doesn't matter. Alpha, beta, early access, yeah, no. So when I back to Crysis, so when it released, yeah, and we even have here, I think, the can it run Crysis? I think, oh, do we? No, just very high. Which is good, because that means that they didn't focus on that bullshit. Because in Crysis Remastered, like, I remember how hyped my nephew was in saying, yeah, even every particle and sand kernel on the beach is gonna be rendered in the engine. You're gonna see it, and it's gonna really feel like you're moving through the sand and stuff. And that is a task impossible. Like, even I, who doesn't really understand much about constructing such an overworld, like, there would be some sort of some sort of net or mesh that would connect multiple sands, and you would rather put those nets over and over each other to save processing power. Because if each rock of sand, like that is a ball that's gonna have physics, that's gonna have graphics, that's gonna have mass, like, that's impossible currently. But also it's a lot of resources wasted in terms of time, because someone would have to place it. And sure, you have a bucket tool like that says do this action 500 times, and still it would take a very long time to place all the sand on the beach. You know, maybe you can automate it and accelerate the placing process through that. But then even that will generate glitches and stuff. It's never gonna be perfect. Man, I'm feeling like Trump with his wall right now. Yeah, and he said, "Yeah, we're gonna build a wall. They're not gonna get over. Pause, unless they have a ladder." Yeah. Okay, back to serious mode. So when they had can it run Crysis? They have that in Crysis Remastered. So, and the things that the game would suddenly start adding to enhance the experience, yeah, let's verse it like that, like, they were not noticeable. You definitely can go to a like just Crysis versus Remastered, pack that into Google, YouTube, into a search engine, and you will have a side-by-side comparison. Even for the even for the Can It Run Crysis mode. And yeah, and there really comes the question: how much do we as game consumers need in performance, really? Because yeah, I'm gonna say it short and uninformed. So because on a business level, like RIP Twitter or Facebook or TikTok or whatever comes next, Instagram and all of those media sharing sites, they gonna need some quantum technology in the future and stuff. But we as a gamer, why do we need that? Like, oh god, now I wanna talk about ARM. Because ARM is a failure as a product because of the freedom. Because ARM is extremely powerful, yes. And the Switch uses ARM, I think, and ARM is probably a technology that is best used for smartphones, because in order to have this insane performance that ARM promises and has delivered, like their processors and mainboards and all, like they outperform PCs by miles. But the problem is that in a PC, you can freely exchange broken parts or upgrade your PC. When you have ARM, it's all fused together. Like currently ARM allows you still to exchange graphic cards, but RAM, processor and mainboard are fused. And thanks to that fusion, that they are one part basically, they reach these insane speeds. Makes sense in a way. But of course, the downside is limited freedom. And then I can easily see how down the line you're gonna get locked down parts or locked out parts if that sort of technology becomes mainstream. Yeah. But hey, I heard liquid memory is a thing soon, and 1 terabyte of storage sounds nice. I'm gonna take a sip. 1 petabyte of data just went down the drain. Yeah, that's something to look forward to. But now back to Crysis 2. What is my problem here? My problem is pretty simple. It looks out of place. Back then, Crysis 2 was trend-setting. It was a benchmark to reach, a pole to orientate or a sign to orientate oneself on as a game designer and stuff like that. But when I play Crysis Remastered, Crysis 2 Remastered, it does not feel like a Crysis game, if that makes sense. Like they did a really dope job of recreating Crysis 2 down to a dime. Like, I barely sense any difference. Like, sure, I went through and highlighted, oh, this is maybe a bit different, this is that, this is this. But I only, like, if I look back now, I only remember this one scene where I was driving in the tank towards the end of the stream, you know, and there was a third tank. There was one extra tank. Oh, and the bridge scene where where the squad team wanted to use ropes to get down, they suddenly started shooting me from up there. But that also happened. That also happened in the normal Crysis 2, but it was less. Like in Crysis 2, they still tried to get down, while there they actually hunkered down on the bridge above me. And other than that, I barely had a different experience. A big thing Crysis always had, or what Crysis 2 made use of, was chromatic highlighting. As you can see here, those steel bits that act as structure bones, they are highlighted. You can see them. Like right now, they have the excuse of there's a lamp somewhere here or beneath them that shines onto him. That's why they are more white. But in the previous Crysis 2, each light would have been painted by the creator, and so it was way more white or way more metallic looking. Hence my curiosity with the alien armor. Like I even went into my old VODs and tried to compare, and I was too critically there because I thought they changed too much, but actually I saw and they improved the texture quite a lot. So that's why I'm gonna be more lenient today and try to postpone any negative feeling I had built up last time. And I'm hopefully today I will feel more like I was playing Crysis 2, but with better graphics, because that is what this game is all about. I always had this pretext that the Crysis series was a bunch of tech demos to show off the Cry engine, and then to later on to sell the Cry engine. That was always my baseline for this game series. Which when my friends said that Crysis is so much worse than Far Cry 2, and I was like, it doesn't matter. It's a tech demo. Yeah. Man, looking back into my school days, man, my friends were not so smart and easily manipulated. That shocked me a little bit. Yeah, and also they turned out to be real assholes. Man. Tja. That's why I have got new friends. So, but anyways, back to Crysis. Reset head, reset mind. Let's crack right into it. In a way, you could make the point that because everything now looks way better and cleaner, that's why I'm irritated. Oh, a thing I had noticed with other RTX games is that RTX often makes sceneries look way brighter. So But I noticed that also last stream because I then tried to lower the brightness of the game, but it really didn't help.
Oversight, this is Emerald 1. We've got multiple Ceph runners approaching checkpoint Delta. Requesting backup. Copy that. Hold firm. Emerald 3 is inbound.
Never make it through that checkpoint. You have to find a way around it.
Objectives updated. That's engaged.
Oh yeah, turbo milk.
Looks like the streets are sealed up pretty tight. See if you can get through one of the buildings.
Circumvent the perimeter barricade.
What?
Shit! It's all changed. The place is crawling with cell uniforms. They've got some kind of executive lockdown going on. Look, I'll need some help getting past security. I need you to create a diversion at the church. Draw troops away from Wall Street. Then you can slip through the emergency access tunnel. Meet me at the other end.
Scan complete. Targets identified. Creates diversion.
Emerald 3, do you copy? Emerald 3!
Nanovision enabled. Engaged. Nanovision enabled. Engaged.
explosion at the church! Sector Delta! Send backup now!
Copy that. Backup is on route. Report in. Where you hit? Affirmative. We've got visual. Charge him. Keep the initiative. Move up. Rush the target. Back off! Get over here!
You will be met with no force. Surrender immediately to an authorized cell operative.
Nanovision enabled.
Primary target. Target confirmed. Put him out for We lost one. Damn it.
Oversight, this is Emerald 8. We have a secondary explosion at the church. Requesting immediate assistance.
Roger that. Deploying reinforcements. Hold tight.
All right, it's working, but they're gonna be heading your way.
Attention for all citizens. This is a maximum security.
Another example of how RTX is hurting this game is this wall here. This. Because everything in my cloud mode is super watery and instantly blends through the light. Easy. Which makes it really hard for me to believe that this is this is supposed to be real. You know?
Tunnel access enabled. Clear to proceed.
Okay, now's your chance. Get through the access tunnel. I'll meet you on the other side.
So this is gonna be interesting since it's gonna be the first time. Ah, crap.
Access enabled.
I did not manage my energy
Okay,
well.
now's your chance. Get through the access tunnel. I'll meet you on the other side.
But yeah, we are gonna see the first nanosuit in this edition.
Man down. Begin sector.
All right. Make your way through. I'll see you on the other side.
This just looks bad. This entire area. Like this is also what I mean with this was dark. This was really dark. So you kinda on the fence if you're gonna use night vision or not. And then through the night vision you would see this nanosuit dude.
Alcatraz, Nanosuit 2 had a whole suite of evolving biofeedback functions. It's the most sophisticated combat hardware around. Anyone going into the battlefield with that needs real-time logistical support, and that was my job. Set up like that, I got real close to profit. So I know that if he put you in that suit, he had a purpose for you. We've got to get you into that cradle, scan the suit's deep layers, and find out just what that purpose was. Okay, your diversion worked. They're moving troops away from Wall Street. This is our chance. Now listen, I'm gonna find a way in through the lower levels. Your best bet is to, break in through the roof. But hurry, man.
Locate the nanovision scanning radar. Find a way into the cell facility. Nanovision enabled.
It is nice to see that they gave a shit about the armor type, that now certain units are even more resilient to even sniper shots. But the problem still remains that why even use a sniper when you can just use a scope on any other weapon. Me being extremely bad at aiming, even further proves the point I want to make. Nah, it's actually the other way around. Because my point I want to make is that through good aiming, the sniper rifle probably is useless since you one-shot everything. But through bad aiming, where you have to do a lot of body shots, the sniper rifle is probably better since it still will two-shot body shot most people. Ooh, that's cool. They actually use their rocket launcher now, which is neat. Because Nanosuit in armor mode is a tank. Using rocket launcher is advised. We can finally also fight the AI across the rooftops instead of always having to push the corridor. Because they always rush the right side there where the waypoint is. Then hunkered down there, and then they would only indirectly shoot, leaving me only arms, and arms are hard to see between the twigs. I don't need the sniper rifle anymore. I kinda still need it. Yeah. The sniper rifle comes into play when you
Emerald 2,
Find
this is
the
Azure
Seth.
3.
Where
You're
fight the
inbound.
Seth.
Sector Alpha.
Azure 3, he's on the rooftops. Light him up.
Roger that.
Bell. That's fine. That's a minor thing. I needed a weapon add-on.
Okay, I'm in. You better get down here fast. They're sending reinforcements from the Prism. We don't have much time.
So here it looks like I have low frames, but I do not have low frames. Hella weird game.
What the hell was that? It's in the building. Lock and load. Search the sector.
Access the security terminal. Looking good.
This is it. Now look, don't shoot anyone in there, all right? I'm gonna need some technical support with the new Cradle software. You ready? Let's do it. Go!
Don't shoot me, man. I'm
Get the
nobody.
system powered up. I want to do a suit scan.
Yeah, sure.
Now, man!
I'm on it. Just don't.
Nano protocols engaged. Scanning primary.
No way, man. Ballistic trauma to heart and both lungs. Looks like the right ventricle took most of the damage there. Lungs ruptured at multiple locations, broken ribs at, well, take your pick, 3rd, 4th, 5th. Got a flailed chest segment right there, extensive pulmonary bruising.
And once again, this is supposed to be way darker, so you can see the reflection way better.
Without the suit,
Now we have problems even see. Like, what was that picture he maximized?
I'm
Like we couldn't even make it out that it was a picture.
There's something going on down there. It looks like some kind of added data pile.
Right. Opening the buffer space. Preparing for deep scan.
Alcatraz? That's your name? Alcatraz.
Scan.
Destiny's
It's
a
overloading the
bitch.
systems!
It'll be on you now.
It's going to!
That's transmission, man. It's sending out a fucking broadcast. Oh, shit!
Get this door open.
Nice. Got men all over the downtown looking for your ass, Tin Man. And here you are, already trussed and tied.
Yeah, trussed and tied enough he doesn't need to be dead. Right?
Yeah, right.
Commander Lockhart, you will stand down.
I guess my problem with the textures comes from the game just being brighter because of RTX. You know, similar to what I explained, that when you sometimes to make a color more colorful, adding black is the choice to go. Just having
Better power him down before you let
having
him out
the
of
eye process more of what is not there, like having it focus more on the little bit of color.
Be a pleasure. Just so you know, Prophet, you walk slow. You play nice. Gonna have this jammed in your ear the whole way out. You give me any trouble, I'm gonna take your head off. Now get up. Don't fuck with me, Prophet. Get up and walk.
What's the matter, Gould? I'd have thought you'd be happy now the great big evil conspiracy's finally here to bite you in the ass.
Jesus, Tara. If your father could see you now, working with these assholes.
Yeah, well, my father's dead. Now shut your fucking mouth.
You think you're so smart, Tara? You do realize this isn't Prophet, don't you? He's just some grunt.
Seismic shift. Heart rate reckons it's gonna be... Coming down! Out! Get the fuck out!
You heard her, bitch! Move!
Got you now, Tin Man.
Get him across to the prism! Walk him in there! He's Hargreaves' problem now!
Yeah, the more I think about it now, that's probably exactly my problem with this game. It looks so bad. The textures on that rod is so bad. And I mean bad and not ugly. They look really bad.
Systems recovered. Corrosive agents isolated. Base functions impaired. Rerouting primary power systems. Pulse rate.
Alien target! Take it down!
Doing that makes it really hard for me to see things.
Primary systems rerouted. Clear to proceed.
But it looks a lot better.
Calculating escape route. Waypoint updated. Systems impaired. Seek distance from source. Function. Life support. Terminal. System switching to core function mode. Engaged. Infestation contained. Rebooting core functions. Alien tissue vector isolated. Retain at deep layer. Processing. Nanoform analysis underway. Compatibility register enabled. Processing. Compiling profile. Nanocatalyst liability assessment underway. Processing.
The Lingshan insertion remains nominally a U.S. covert operation. You're gonna be my eyes and ears out there, Prophet. Keep your team alive by all means. That's a loyalty I fully understand. I applaud it, in fact. But your primary function is to report back to me. If you can, bring back samples. If you can't, Just come back alive and tell me what you saw. It's the data that's key now. The nano systems, but we're on borrowed time here, all of us. Time for the whole human race to wake up.
Systems recovering. Corrosive agents isolated. Base functions impaired. Rerouting primary power systems. Please wait.
All right, I'm getting a limited feed from your suit, son, but for now it'll have to do. I don't believe we've been introduced. Jack Hargreave. At your service. I don't doubt Nathan Gould will have mentioned my name, but I'm bound to assume he didn't have much good to say about me. But we have other, more pressing concerns right now. We have to get you weaponized and up to speed. So, you're currently standing not far from the diseased, bureaucratic heart of the city. And while you'd think airlifting all the politicians out should have a cleansing effect, sadly what's replaced them isn't any better. But don't take my word for anything. Why should you? Trust must be earned. Go on and see for yourself. I'll guide you as best I can. But you've got to get right down into that filthy, diseased heart. There's something down there you're going to need.
Primary. Systems rerouted. Cleared to proceed. Locate hive entrance. Make your way through the plaza.
My children. You could just tell them.
And here, it seems, the VIPs were indeed processed as befits their status.
Nanovision enabled.
Cleaning up. It's ingenious, isn't it? Think of the Argentine cattle crisis 2 years ago, or the British BSE outbreak in the last century. The issue was not slaughtering the animals, that was easily done. The problem was disposal. What do you do with the millions
Again, the
of
game
rotting
looks
corpses?
like it has low frames.
Well,
The
there you
stuttering
see the
here and
answer
there,
Ceph have evolved. They wipe us out.
but
They break
my
us down,
frame rate
they
count
reduce
is
the
no.
environmental impact almost to zero. Exemplary. Yes, you see, all part of the same biomass processing system. For what purpose? Well, that is quite the question. Repulsive, yes, but quite fascinating.
That was so dumb of me.
Yes. You see, all part of the same biomass processing system. For what purpose? Well, that is quite the question. Repulsive, yes, but quite fascinating.
Nanovision enabled.
This is Radio Free Manhattan. Want to know what the man's up to now? Well, not content with flooding our city with armed thugs paid out of your tax dollars, we are now getting reports of bleeding-edge experimental military.
Infiltrate the alien.
You should be able to make out some exposed elements of the alien structure from where you are now. The ship Lockhart's pilot shut down. They had to dock somewhere above ground. Look for anything resembling a tower or a silo.
Nanovision enabled.
So that lamppost is still huge.
Nanovision enabled.
Look around you, Alcatraz. Look at this ecology. Have you ever wanted to visit an alien planet? This may be as close as you'll ever come, if only we had more time.
I got the armor mode off, but it wasn't enough. Sedge.
You should be able to make out some exposed elements of the alien structure from where you are now. The ship Lockhart's pilot shot down. They had to have dumped somewhere above ground. Look for anything resembling a tower or a silo.
Nanovision enabled. Nanovision enabled. Nanovision enabled. Nanovision enabled. Nanovision enabled. Nuts.
Look around you, Alcatraz. Look at this ecology. Have you ever wanted to visit an alien planet? This may be as close as you'll ever come, if only we had more time.